Welcome, welcome. Oh, there you are. So glad you showed up. Camp Goer 1. Am I talking loud enough, Camp Goer? Okay, well, hold one moment, please. Here we go. I got it, Alex. I got it, Alex.
This is what I do.
I guess we should have been fully prepared. Well, we made a quick switch up here. So, anyways, thank you, Linda, for coming. I'm glad you're here. And then we have Richard. That would be. Oh, is he here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. Okay. Hello, husband. Glad you're here. Is it too loud, Linda? Am I too loud? It could be. I turned up the sound for the the music that was playing before the stream started. So I was thinking today, what are we going to do tonight? I had a couple of different ideas. One was to do a whole litany of news. And then I thought, oh, God, no, I'm not going to put people into a trauma tonight. Okay? That wasn't my goal. Because, as y'all know, there is really no good news. So I decided against it. I don't have to paralyze people's emotions and create fear. We can have fun instead. And so, anyways, that was what I came up with. Is we will do a baby boomer comedy TV trivia night instead of news. It's still a little okay. Well, there's no problem to adjust that. I have to go in here. I'm working on it. I will just turn it down a little bit here. How's that? Is that a little better? I hope so. I hope it's better. Okay. All right. Well, I'm hoping it's good. So my little helper assistant, my stage manager, is there something? All right. So you notice the fire in the background tonight. I hope you like it. Warm, ambient, calming, gentle. All right, Kaylee. Okay, here we go. I didn't recognize the phone number of your heads up. Oh, I think it's the same phone number I've had for a while. It is. I know it is for a while. So the fireplace is a faux fireplace until I get fully our fireplace correctly ready for it. Alexander Zewahat and Brent, my son, he came up with this, and it's on my TV. It's on the television. I'm getting no heat from it. Thank you. Thank you. That was the goal, hoping people would like it. So I was looking at just this trivia thing that kind of dropped into my computer lap today. And I thought it was kind of cute. So, and before I go forward, I'm going to show you, lest anyone thinks I was a complete failure as a gardener. Thank you, Richard, for being the gardener. No, I went out there several times, I have you know. But this is one of the pieces of beautiful vegetable pepper. Richard brought me in a bowl of several tomatoes. I'm telling you, they were so good. And I don't know. Apparently we've had dogs peeing on it, and Brent was worried I was eating them just without washing them. And I said, I am not an animal. I know to wash my vegetables and fruits. But no, the tomatoes were fantastic. And I'm sorry to tell you, but we have none to show you because they are all gone. I just checked my contact list. It is the number. I just didn't show up with the name. Sometimes stuff happens, you know. I know. So we are what we eat. Yes, ma'am. So I have just been taking the tomatoes and slicing it up. And I take just in the palm of my hand, we have some, what is that salt over there called? It is kosher sea salt. And I put a little bit in the palm of my hand, and then I sprinkle that on my tomatoes. OMG. If we'd have had a whole garden full of tomatoes, I would be in great shape right now because I could eat those tomatoes all day long. And then, besides this pepper, we've had red peppers. There were some red peppers as well. And the small cherry tomatoes. Oh God, they're so good. Yes, I mean I grew up with a father who gardened and a mother who canned, and so I am used to good food. And so I was just very happy. We got some things. All right. So lest we don't get to it. Let's get moving. Nothing better than homegrown produce. And Priscilla, didn't we have a good sized garden out there? Dad had a nice, good plot, and we had string beans, and we had everything. Everything. Now, we didn't garden at the time because we thought it was a waste of time. Correct? There were other things to do. Ride our bikes, play football, play baseball, you know. And we weren't made to garden either, unfortunately. So, I wasn't saying that back then, though, was I? And remember when we planted the gladiolas and something else, and we just sat down? Oh, we were not helpful kids. Dad utilized the space he had, and there was a lot. Yes, there was a lot. We mowed and weeded, but we did it at our pace. All right, so I used to love coming home from school to go out back and water our huge veggie garden. Well, that was not me and Priscilla. We were not, we just were not. All right, before we get lost, I'm going to pull up and I went through this, by the way. I already went through part of this trivia, and it really is fun. And let me go all the way down to the bottom where I have it saved. One of my shortest streams of all time. So, Priscilla says, I did it as asked because I was afraid to get in trouble. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull up we'll start the trivia now. I think you're going to like it. I think you're going to like it. I knew almost all of them, of the first 10, except for a couple, and it's really because, let me get this. It's truly because these were like way before my time, but some of these that are before my time, and I'm suspecting before most of your times. Okay. All right. So, quiz. Can you name these iconic comedy legends? He was best known for his screen persona, the Tramp. And I knew who this was right off the bat. Okay, so we'll give a good picture of him. Before I put the name up there, does anybody have a guess? Oh, Fairy Dust, welcome. So glad you're here. So Priscilla's guessing Charlie. We've got Kaylee with Charlie Chaplin, Priscilla with Charlie Chaplin. Let's see who the options are. The options are Don Rickles, Charlie Chaplin, Jack Benny, Groucho Marx. And I think everybody is on target with Charlie Chaplin. Choose it for us. Yep, the actor. Oh, wow. 75 years. And this is from City of Lights. City of Lights. And it's considered one of the greatest movies of all time, and I have never seen it. All right, on to the next one. So you're no dummy if you recognize this comedian. I knew who. Oh, here we go. Back down a little bit. Who is this comedian? Oh, Josh, my son-in-law is always commenting about this character. So it is either.
What's the question?
It's a picture.
It's a picture of a comedian, and I mean, I knew him. I know you know.
I know who it is, and I'm young.
Oh, really? Who do you?
Rodney Dangerfield. Red Skeleton?
No.
That's not Jamie Foxx.
No, it's Red Fox. Red Fox.
It's the big one. I'm coming.
Yes. He's coming. Oh gosh. Red Fox. Yep.
Did you
And-
have salad by any chance?
Huh?
Did you have salad? I put a new salad in the pull-out drawer. It's gone.
I hold one moment. Come on. All right, so we want to hear some Red Fox trivia from somebody who does know this stuff. Go ahead, Josh.
Red Fox trivia. Red Fox went to prison for running numbers in Detroit in the 1940s. That's where he started to do comedy, was in prison. Who was his cellmate?
Charlie Chaplin?
First of all, I did not know he went to prison.
Yep.
Red
Spent
Fox.
most of the 40s in prison.
Red Fox spent most of the 40s in prison. Did anybody in this chat know that? I did not.
You're going to love who his cellmate was.
Who was his cellmate, Josh?
The cellmate was a guy called Malcolm Little, who later became Malcolm X.
His cellmate was Malcolm X. No, I did not know that. None of that.
Best friends.
Best friends. Wow. Small world. No, I didn't know. I mean, there's different actors and whatnot I've known who went to prison, but nope, didn't know that. All right. So the next one is next question. So, who is this iconic comical couple? And they have a famous son together.
I know who it is.
Oh,
I don't have to look, and I know who it is.
I'm sure you know who it is, Josh. So, let's see what everybody else says.
They were big when we were kids, man. They were on everything. And they're great. Those guys are great.
Fairy Dust said kids. Yes, you're right. Let's see.
Ben Stiller's parents.
How? Oh, you saw the answer. Darn it. Yes, Stiller and Mira. And, of course, we all know who Ben Stiller is. But they were very funny. And they were on, there is a comedy show they were on in the 2000s as the parents.
Right.
He was on more often than she was. And I can't think of the name of the show.
I want to say it's Arrested Development, but it's not.
No. It is,
Yeah.
Spam it in the chat. Spam it in the chat.
I believe his son is a heavyset guy. I think it's King of Queens. I believe it was King of Queens. I think he was the
The
dad.
modern day one was a remake.
What?
The one you used to watch all the time.
Yes.
The big guy.
Yes, King of Queens.
Right.
Love that
I
guy.
think you're right.
He was, yep, they were the parents of him. What? Yes. All right. So we've finished that one. And I did move for it to go.
Did you just put that letter on yours? Or is that mine?
There's the next. Should say next.
They're exactly the same. I just haven't switched position. Yeah, this one's here. Yeah, no, they're exactly. They're totally equivalent.
Where did next go?
That's what I do.
Now,
Thanks for
I went through these earlier today. And next should be here. Oh, I have to click on. All right, there we go. All right. Wow.
One of the very popular people.
Can you give him a little respect? Let's see who it is. A little respect. All right. Who do y'all think this one is? Let's see. Yeah, I think it is too, Priscilla. It was her dad. Okay. Yep, you're right. Her dad. All right. Kaylee and Priscilla again, running neck and neck. Rodney Dangerfield, I believe that will be the correct answer.
I knew it would be at one point.
Do you even know who Rodney Dangerfield is?
Not at all.
Okay, I know it. It's a sad world we live in. When
Do you know who Woe Vicky is?
Woe Vicky? No, I do not. He is considered to be one of the British comedians of the 20th century. Let's see. Aha. Oh boy. British comedians. This is one that I missed. And let's see if anybody in StreamYard has got it. Does anybody know who that is? Now, I didn't know because I did not watch this show a lot. But it's an English show. And a lot of people.
Absolutely Fabulous?
I think mostly anybody. Yes, Fairy Dust. I was probably the only person in America of my age bracket that did not watch it. Yes, Priscilla, it is Benny Hill. Benny Hill. And the options would have been Rickles, Benny Hill, Lenny Bruce, Rowan Atkinson. And it was Benny Hill. All righty.
Yeah, I thought they correspond. The cheese is different.
Next question.
Right.
Next question.
Different for whatever reason.
Can you name these iconic comedy legends? Oh, he was one of the original cast members of Saturday Night Live. Oh, duh. Okay. All right. Oh, boy. Oh, Lordy. All we need is half of his face, and we all know. We all know. And as an aside, he did spend some time in Eugene filming Animal House. So we've got John Belushi, Jim Belushi, Lenny Bruce, Mitch Hedberg. I don't know who Mitch is, but I know who everybody else is on there. And I'm assuming everybody's got it right in here. Priscilla, did you say Dan Aykroyd? Were you just kidding? Or oops. Yep, that would be John Belushi. And passed when he was just 33 years old. I think about that and the loss that is. Just brilliant. The legend picture here with Lucille Ball lived to be 100 years old. Now, Lucille Ball's a legend too, but here is another legend. Lived to be 100 years old. Okay, and would that be George Carlin, Dick Van Dyke, Bob Newhart, or George Burns? And Priscilla's, yes, but I didn't know, just type too fast. Okay, I did know. And Dan Aykroyd's right there. Too tragic. Too tragic. Just painful to think of the loss of him. There's just too many of them. Say goodnight, Gracie. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay. And
Wouldn't maybe think they would?
Next. Come on. You can do it. The computer's running really slow tonight. It's a little bit annoying me. She could be just as controversial as she was hilarious. Okay. Now, it took me a minute because she's much younger than I even remember her to be. And the options are Cloris Leachman, Gracie Allen, Joan Rivers, or Gilda Radner. Who is this wonderful lady? Cloris Leachman, Gracie Allen, Joan Rivers, or Gilda Radner? Let's see what the chat says. Oh, Fairy just says, say goodnight. Oh, that was probably it, yeah. Excuse me. Kaylee said Joan Rivers. Fairy Dust. 1985 went with friends to party at the same bungalow in the Beverly Hills hotel where they found John Belushi's body. At least that's what the people who made the party told us. Probably right. Seriously. No clue. Priscilla has no clue. All right. I'm saying Joan Rivers as well. Let's see who it is. Let's go with Joan Rivers. Correct. Can we talk was her catchphrase. Can we talk? I remember her so well, but I do not have her New York accent, so I can't properly do it. Brilliant lady. Again, Joan Rivers. And losing her in the fashion that, the world lost her, so surprising. All right. The one-man morale machine. Oh, yes. The one-man morale machine for his work with the USO. All right. Who knows what the USO stands for? And here's the face. I think there's nobody on this chat who doesn't know who this is. Let's see what people are saying here.
I know who it is.
Mm-hmm. Priscilla got it? Yes. Bob Hope. And yes, he was a one-man morale machine. And what does USO stand for? I really meant, what is I can't remember what it stands for. USO, just a moment.
It's called United Service Organization.
It makes sense, Josh. USO, United Service Organization. It helps to have a brainiac in the house. And Kaylee as well, the other brainiac. Okay, so next we got, and I apologize for the commercials. I have to find a version that does not have commercials. Next question. All right. Can you name, let's see. For his groundbreaking comedy, he was awarded first ever Kennedy Center Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. First Twain Prize for American Humor. And let's get a look at his face. I think we should know who this is. Come back here. Oh, Lord, I don't have control of the machine. All right, let's see who everybody thinks it is. Yeah, of course, Dad knew, Priscilla, yes. And we've got, Priscilla says it's Richard Pryor. Any other guesses? I believe we have a winner. So it was either Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Bill Burr, or Richard Lewis. We know it is not Richard Lewis or Eddie Murphy. I've never heard of Bill Burr. which means nothing really. But I do know who Richard Pryor is, and that, my friends, is Richard Pryor. All right. Who is this comedian known for her eccentric stage persona? Oh, yes. Oh, Priscilla, we know who this lady is. Yep. Our mother loved this lady. So it's either Cloris Leachman, Carol Channing, Joan Rivers, or Phyllis Diller. Cloris, Carol, Joan, or Phyllis? Oh, Kaylee says Bill Burr. Bill Burr is funny, younger. Okay. Priscilla says Phyllis Diller. Anybody else going to give it a shot? Yep, Fairy Dust says Phyllis. All right. Let's double check. I believe you're all right. Miss Phyllis Diller, known for her trademark body laugh, eccentric clothes, and outlandish hairstyles, Phyllis Diller initially came into the national spotlight after an appearance on Groucho Marx's hit game show, You Bet Your Life. Now, that was before my time, but gotta choose Phyllis. Oh, I already did. What am I talking about? Okay. All right. Who is this comedian, actress, model, producer, studio executive? Again, somebody we all know. What is the RV one that she made? I don't even have to. The long trailer. Her and her hubby did a hysterical movie called The Long Trailer, and it is worth a watch because she was at her peak as always. Lucille Ball. This photo of iconic Lucille Ball, star and producer of beloved shows, was taken in 1938. As the co-owner of Desilu Productions, she was the first female head of a major Hollywood studio. I did not know that. Lucille Ball. Oh, you didn't recognize Phyllis Diller. Well, so maybe you would have recognized her before she kind of had more of a modern haircut and had her normal look. Kaylee, Lucille Ball, Priscilla. The Crazy Redhead. The Long Trailer. Excellent movie. I love that movie. Yep. So that is her. Lucille Ball. Next. Come on, you can go. It's really, oh boy. Who was this famous comedy duo? Who were they? Let's see if anybody in StreamYard got it. I don't know. Maybe I blinked out. Oh, yeah, that's probably true. Laurel and Hardy, Abbott and Costello. Sorry. It would be, so we got Abbott and Costello, Burns and Allen. Can't really be them because that's a man and a woman. Laurel and Hardy, Penn and Teller. That would be, let's go with Laurel and Hardy. Oh, yes. Says here, despite their legacy as one of the greatest comedy duos of all time, Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy, aka Laurel and Hardy, both had successful solo careers in Hollywood prior to their megastar success, appearing in combined 300 productions before their first team up, putting pants on Philip. I swear I would never have known that. I didn't know that much about them. I just know them on look. Her trademark move was tugging her left ear at the end of her show. And I think you will not, she's very young here, younger than my memory goes back with her. I think anybody's going to have a hard time knowing who this is. And this would either be Ann Mira, Carol Burnett, Vicki Lawrence, or Ruth Buzzy. Let's see who we got. We have got Carol Burnett. Carol Burnett. All right, let's give a look. Look-see. And we have, what am I doing? Carol Burnett. It's Carol Burnett. Yes, ma'ams. Yes, ma'ams. It is Carol Burnett. And it says here, when she was awarded the coveted star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, she requested that the star be placed in front of the theater that she had been rudely fired from in the 50s. Now, there you go. That'd be a star right there. And I assume they did it. I would do the same exact thing, by the way. Yes. The young comedian and actress would go on to have a career lasting more than 80 years. And I believe we all know who this wonderful lady is. Now, she looks like someone else too, but I mean, I knew exactly right off the bat. We'll see if anybody has called her out yet. Let's see. Carol Burnett discovered Vicki Lawrence and always thought of her as a look like a younger sister. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. And Vicki Lawrence, I wonder if she's still alive. She was very funny too. Lights went out in Georgia. Yes, she did. Betty White. Oh, gotcha. Kaylee got stumped. Betty White. And Fairy Dust, Betty White. Let's check it out. I believe Betty White is who she is. That was one very, first of all, gracious lady, hysterically funny, and she could be what I understand is impertinent. You know, she could be impertinent, and I really loved that about her. All right, so one of his most memorable performances was a sketch called The Ministry of Silly Walks. All right, now this is the fellow's face. And I got it right when I did the quiz. Hey, don't you go down there. Just see if anybody gets it on his face. I'll be real curious. And yeah, they did seem like sisters. So, Fairy Dust. My ex worked for the movie industry, and the movie was Betty White. She asked him for help to take her to her car, and then her personal assistant came and took over. Very funny. I mean, you just never know. It's a small world, like I said earlier. Very small world. She loved animals and supported animal charities. Mel? Are you thinking Mel? We'll see. Betty White and Joan Rivers in the 70s. Yep. Nope, don't know who it is. All right. Obviously, it's going to surprise a few people. All right. Eric Idle, Graham Chapman, Bob Newhart, or John Cleese. Is anybody going to take a stab now? He's a very dry comedian, but funny, very funny. I always loved him. We've got John Cleese and Newhart. It would be Bob Newhart. That is very young Bob. I don't think any of us probably saw him back in this day. It says here, arguably the most recognizable of the Monty Python troupe. Hold on. It's John Cleese. This is the one I got wrong. See, I still am getting it wrong. Sometimes it takes me time to kind of catch on that I'm wrong. His portrayal of Basil Fawlty on Fawlty Towers was based on Donald Sinclair, World War II veteran and eccentric hotel owner. Wow. So it is John Cleese. See, I don't know everything, Priscilla. All right. Can you name these iconic? Okay. He was called the King of Comedy. The King of Comedy. Let's look at his face. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. And you know who, in my opinion, was born to play this man in a movie someday? I'm curious if anybody can conjure up another face who could make the kind of faces this man does. I just think of him as the face man, the greatest face man of all time. And let's see if anybody else, let's see. I know everybody's got this. You were way off in the weeds. Feeling a little better now. Come back here. I was the one losing it, Kaylee. So, of course, we all know this is Jerry Lewis. Jerry Lewis. Yes, I believe Jim Carrey was born to play this character someday. I don't know if he ever will or if he needs to. But, you know, I think he needs to. Just saying. I think he should. Yeah, he's got Jim Carrey is the only other human alive that I could imagine even. My computer's super slow, Bernie. Super slow right now. Like I click on this and I think I just need to we need to clean up our computer a little bit. You cannot imagine how much stuff I have got on there. So back to the quiz, and yes, that would be Jerry Lewis, and Jim Carrey has got to someday play him. It just they got the same skill at facial movements, and I love Jim Carrey. I just think he's as great as comedian as Jerry Lewis. Hold on now, I hit Jerry Lewis. I did. I hit Jerry Lewis. I don't know what this is saying incorrect for, because that's Jerry Lewis. We all know that. I don't quite know what it shows. I hit Dean Martin. I did not hit Dean Martin. Maybe I did errantly.
They were partners, you know.
Oh, I do know. I love them together, and I know they had a rocky history. I think. It's my understanding too, is Jerry Lewis was not the nicest person on earth. I don't know if that's true or not. Bernie, maybe you have an insight on that since your ex worked in the industry. But, and I do understand what my understanding is when I've listened, and obviously we've lost comedians for a myriad of wrong reasons, is that comedians are not, carry a heavy load inside sometimes, and and the funny face on the outside and the pain and the stuff on the inside, which makes for a lot of ability to do things. But yeah. Okay. Who is this iconic trio? Oh, trio. Okay. All righty. I got this wrong, and I knew I was wrong the second that I pressed the button. Let's leave it there for a second and see if anybody, you stop moving, can come up with the answer. Let's see what. I wonder how Jim Carrey is doing these days. He went off the deep end. Oh, I know it. I know it again with the comedians. He had a very tough life growing up. So a little bit of his story was he grew up in an alcoholic, addict, mentally ill family. And there was a lot of insanity. And I believe they lived in their cars off and on, and not because they wanted to. And he had a challenging childhood. And I think he uses that. He's used that a lot. He's talked about it a little bit. All right. So we've got Groucho, Harpo, Marx. Yes, I believe. Yep. Priscilla, no clue. The Marx Brothers. And the Marx Brothers in the good sense. All right. Let's get over here. Marx Brothers. You never believe what I hit. I hit the Three Stooges when I did this earlier, and I knew they're not the Three Stooges. My father loved the Three Stooges, and he spliced. We had home movies, and he spliced their comedy skits into the home movies, and he would run it backwards. Our dad loved to watch them. It was very funny. And it says siblings, Groucho, Chico, and Harpo made up the core Marx Brothers comedy team, a box office juggernaut during Hollywood's golden age. Despite their distinct character, out of costume was difficult to tell them apart, allowing them to switch roles occasionally. Now that's interesting. Priscilla, which three of us, who's Groucho is the only one I want to know. Who you're going to pinpoint as Groucho, since none of them bother to come to the show. Okay, we can make up as we want to. Just saying. I need to hit. Oh, I already had. Okay. She is one of 16 entertainers with EGOT, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Awards status. Now, let's see who this lady is. Oh, of course, yes. Very talented actress. And I'm pretty sure everybody's... I remember Dad doing that. It was funny. Yes. Remember, he loved running it backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. I'm going to go back a little bit. There were 4 of them. Okay. Sounds like an illness. So, of course, this is Whoopi Goldberg. We got her covered. Always like one of the very interesting Hollywood story. Of course, we all know that she getting her start in showbiz in the early 80s. Goldberg is strong today and is set to appear in the upcoming film Till. That'll be that should be an interesting cast. All right. So we all saw her face. The comedian made her film debut in Nashville. That would have been a long time ago. I didn't know they made films in Nashville back in probably the 40s. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, gosh. Another face, another very distinct voice and character. And I really wonder what she's like out of character. I mean, completely out of character. Let's see. Ruth Buzzy, Lily Tomlin, and Priscilla. Okay. Lily Tomlin. Lily Tomlin started her career as a stand-up comedian before moving on the stage and screen. She is known for her roles in the stand-up comedy special Lily, which she won an Emmy Award for. Oh, I did not know that. All right. Lily Tomlin. This groundbreaking comedian financed the production of her own special, Party of One, in 1985. Now, I saw there was furry hair, you know. I used to have a hairdo like that. I did. Yes, I did. Priscilla, you must remember that. Who knows what her name is? Yes, but it was when Star is Born came out, I had my hair, and I had long hair, and I had my hair permed like Barbara Streisand's. I had very good Barbara Streisand. It looked like that, I'm telling you. Let's see what everybody else says. She and Jane Fonda have a show, Grace and Frankie. Yes, they do. If nobody knows about it, Jane Fonda, although I believe it was canceled, Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin have a show called Grace and Frankie, and I believe it's on Netflix. One ringy dingy, absolutely. I know. I spoke too fast. Bernadette Peters. I can't remember her name, but I remember your afro. And I had a pick and everything. I did. I picked my hair out. Oh, God. It took forever, too, because I had very thick hair. Let's see. I believe Kaylee is right. Hello, Charlie Grace. Thank you for stopping in. And if anybody who should know who these ladies are, it will be Charlie Grace as well. So I believe, yes, I had a full afro like that. I wanted to be a singer, and Barbara Streisand, A Star is Born had come out, and I went and I had my hair permed, and I picked that baby out every single day because, you know, it was traumatic for the people around me. I have no doubt. All right, so let's see where we're at on this. All right, let's see what the choices are. Okay, Joan Rivers, Elaine Boozler, Chelsea Handler, or Phyllis Diller? It seems no one has got it yet. I did not do this part of the test, but I'm going to say Elaine Boozler, but let's see what anybody else has to say. Yes, it was hilarious, Kaylee. If I can ever find pictures of them, yeah, I'll show you. And Kaylee's got Elaine Boozler. Yeah. I believe you're right. Of course, the New York Times calls her a comedy master, and for good reason. Elaine Boozler was one of the primary female comedians in the 70s and beyond with her hard-hitting, sometimes scathing material. Okay. All right. He was dubbed the Dean of Counterculture Comedians. Let's see if we can see his face. Oh, okay. Oh, don't go any further. The Dean of Counterculture Comedians. All righty. So I'll pull it up. Now let's see if anybody has any. George, there you go. She was an amazing comedy writer. Yes, she was. I love her comedy. George Carlin, George, my idol. All righty. I think everybody is on the same page with this. And we have, let's just go down here. Whoopsie. George Carlin. And what do they say? Known for his funny reflection on politics, George Carlin was dubbed the Dean of Counterculture comedians. He is known for his performances on Saturday Night Live and his HBO comedy specials. Yep. Funny, smart man. He was the first comedian to get a Netflix stand-up special. Okay, let's see. Let's see his face. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. I don't know his name. I know his face. So we're going to see if anybody's got any guesses. Let's see what George wrote. The 7 words you can't say on TV. Yes, I remember that. And what's your social security number? Anyone? Yep, that would be it. That would be it. I know his face. All right, well, let's see what the options are. Okay, let's see what the options are. Kevin McDonald, Russell Peters, Aaron Abrams, Aziz Ansari. Aziz Ansari, Aaron Abrams, Russell Peters, Kevin McDonald. So we know it's not Kevin McDonald. And I'm thinking it's Aziz Ansari. Like I said, very, very familiar face. I just don't know the name. So let's see what we got going on here. Russell P.O. Russell Peters. Quiet listener. Oh, no, that's not the answer. Hi, Vicki. Thank you for stopping in. Good Sunday to you. Aziz. That's who I'm thinking, too. I'm thinking Russell Aziz. Aziz Ansari. Have to close that. Let's go for it. Ah! So it's not him, and it's not him. Let's see what it says. Canadian-born actor, producer, and stand-up comedian Russell Peters was number 3 on Forbes' list of the world's highest-paid comedians in 2013. How did I not know who this was then? Rolling Stone calls him arguably the first truly global stand-up superstar due to his legions of fans worldwide. Okay, just did not know his name, but I knew his face. And apparently I don't know his comedy either. This actor, comedian, and stunt performer. Actor, comedian, stunt performer was known for his deadpan expression. All righty then. Woo. See. All right, I'm going to have to, let's see. Wow. I'm going to have to. Buster Keaton, Harold Lloyd, Max Linder, Bob Newhart. It's not not Bob Newhart. So by elimination, let's see what anybody else has to say in here. Aziz Ansari married Nana Visitor and had a son named Django. Buster Keaton. Is it Buster Keaton? Buster. Oh. Okay. Oh, Eddie Haskell. Well, welcome, welcome. So glad you stopped in. Priscilla says Buster Keaton too. All right, we're going to go with Buster Keaton. I just don't think of him. Yep, that would be him. All right. After a viewing of Buster Keaton landmark comedy, the General, Mr. Citizen Kane himself, Orson Welles, described Keaton as the greatest of all clowns in the history of cinema. The greatest of all clowns in the history of cinema. I guess I'm going to have to watch something of his. All right. He was one of the original kings of comedy. See the face. I caught a glimpse of it. Okay. Oh, yes. And we'll see what everybody else says. Nobody got it yet. And a visitor, a favorite character on Deep Space Nine. I did not watch Deep Space Nine. I hope we're still friends. Let's see what the options are. I'm 99% sure when I see his name, I'll know it. Larry Wilmore, Bernie Mac, Steve Harvey, Dom DeLuise. Well, we know the two. I know the two it is not. I'm believing this is Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac, Bernie Mac. Campgoer 1, Burns. I did not see that as an option, Linda. Bernie, yes. All righty. Bernie Mac, yes, yes. The late, great Bernard Jeffrey McCullough was an actor and comedian who starred in a number of film and television shows throughout his career, including The Bernie Mac Show. He passed away in 2008. 2008. I can't even believe that. Seriously, 2008? 15 years ago? He has been gone that long? I honestly did not realize it's been 15 years. Her Barbara Walters impression was a fan favorite on Saturday Night Live. Who could this possibly be? Barbara Wawa. Oh, come on. Yep. Oh, dang it. Come on. No. Darn it. I love this lady. Again, now this is my era of comedy. These are the people that I grew up watching. All right. Pretty sure everybody's got this one. Well, Priscilla, I knew he had passed. Not 15 years ago. Yes. And yep. Another, just a brilliant lady. And that would be Gilda Radner. Although Jane Curtin is hysterical too, but a total different comedy. Gilda Radner was one of the original cast members of Saturday Night Live, as well as talented comedy writer. She created some of the most beloved characters of the show's original run, including Rosanna Dana, Barbara Wawa, and high school nerd Lisa Luckner. I love that one. But really, Barbara Wawa and Rosanna Dana. Yep. Next. This master of improvisation was the voice of Grandpa Smurf. Oh, goodness. The voice of Smurf. Oh, yes. Oh, God. So funny. See, now I love this. Is apparently I'm a boomer. I didn't know that. I am a boomer. I know 98% of these people. Let's see what y'all got. Oh, yeah, married to Gene Wilder. Can you even imagine being married and being Gene Wilder and Gilda Radner? Sarcoidosis. Oh, I didn't know why he passed, but not a big TV fan. Oh, you used to be, Priscilla. Judy Miller, Girl Scout. Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. Yep, love Gilda Radner. Another tragedy, different way, but just as tragic loss. Yep, I'm going to go with Charlie Grace. And we knew it would, nope. Jonathan Winters. In a career that spanned 5 decades, the legendary Jonathan Winters produced more than 20 albums. He also appeared in hundreds of television shows and films, including The Steve Allen Show, The Wacky World of Jonathan Winters, Mork and Mindy, and Hee Haw. Only one I don't remember watching is The Steve Allen Show, and it probably was on in our house. I just don't remember it. All right, this comedian was first recognized for her work on the Chris Rock Show, and I love Chris Rock. I love Chris. If I could probably, I would. Could you imagine being Chris Rock? He is fearless. Fearless. In the dictionary, the word fearless and Chris Rock's picture is right there. Anyways, I think I know who this lady is. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yes. Yes. Her too, by the way, fearless. In a little different way, but fearless. Sweet, funny, and right to the point in a roundabout way, kind of. Let's see what you got. Well, the faith can't remember is okay. As I said, my computer's running slow. Yes, Mork and Mindy. Another show, we watched religiously. Mine were stolen by an a-hole boyfriend. Oh my gosh. Yep, that's an a-hole boyfriend. All right, let's see if we got any. Wanda Sykes and Wanda Sykes and Wanda Sykes. Yes, she is too funny. Married an awesome French woman. I didn't know she was French, but I have seen an interview. I think they were both on there. Very funny. A very interesting interview. I can't even. Can you imagine being married to her? I'm not thinking that's awfully funny. So, let's see here. She makes great jokes about her wife and kids. Yes. And I think she was she became a mother late in her life. Well, I was 30 when I became a mom. All right. So, next one. Oh, let's see where I'm even at here. Of course, that is Wanda Sykes, the great Wanda Sykes. Next one. All right, former preacher. Oh, Lordy. This former preacher had a distinctive scream during his stand-up routines. Okie dokie, here we go. Oh, Lord, yep. Let's see what y'all get. Sam Kinison. Could it be? Could it be? Let's see. Sam Kinison was a former Pentecostal preacher who often went into tirades, punctuated with screaming during his routine. Sadly, he passed away in 1992 due to injuries sustained in a car accident. Yep. I've seen this, obviously, after the fact for me, but after his passing. Her 1990 rendition of the Star Spangled Banner raised a lot of hackles. Oh God, I don't even have to pull this up, and I know who this face is going to be. Yep. Oh, Lord. Here we go. I love her too. You know what? I think she's one of the funny. She's, I think there's maybe some brain problems possible. I don't know. I'm not a neurologist, but I still have the deepest respect for her. Personally, I do. I think she's very, very funny. She may not have the best. I don't even know if it's my understanding comedians aren't supposed to necessarily have great manners. I mean, we've got a comedian in the house. You could probably tell us, but yep, Roseanne Barr. Rosie O'Donnell? No. I mean, no, it's not Rosie. Yep. I know it. She made a really stupid mistake. And she was, cancel culture got her. Roseanne Barr. Doesn't make her any less great, though. Just a little bit foolish in some of her comments. The outspoken actress, comedian, writer, and producer starred in the television sitcom Roseanne, playing a white-collar Illinois mom. She ran for president and won almost 70,000 votes in the general election of 2012. I did not vote for her. I promise. I did not vote for Roseanne. I didn't know she was on as an option. I didn't. He was one of the best insult comics in the business. Insult comics. Yep. Oh man, I wouldn't want to be within 5 miles of this man and be someone he was doing his insult comedy over. He scared the crap out of me. Truthfully, this guy scared me. Let's see who comes up with the right name. All right, Priscilla. You too. After I'm done here, I will be playing our game online. Yes, I understand. I still respect her comedy. She's a brilliant lady, and her mouth got her into trouble, but people shouldn't be canceled because, of a stupid comment. It shocked me what happened to her. Yep. However, I promised myself, I know his face. Yes, quiet listener, I know you'll know his face. Yes, I'm not the only one scared of Dawn. Dawn, that's Dawn. It would be, and I'm going to, Don Rickles. Don Rickles, the late comedian, actor, and author, was close friends with Frank Sinatra and enjoyed a fringe membership with the Rat Pack. Jerry Seinfeld once called the beloved star a piece of the Mount Rushmore of stand-up comedy. Rickles died in 2017. Now, I would agree with that. If you're looking at a Mount Rushmore of comedy, I think he has to be on there. I just am scared of him. Let's see what time it is. Whoops. Okay. Well, this will be our last one. And then I'm going to share a channel that I really like. You can, the comedian worked on the Larry Sanders Show. Aha. Now this seems like a nice guy, like somebody that's not going to do harm to you. I really like this guy. Let's see if anybody gets him before I go look. My cousin Marsha Wallace was funny in her own right. And then especially after she said Republicans' worst nightmare, white trash with money. There you go. White trash with money. All right, let's see who this is. I think his name. Why would they put Gilda Radner up there? Does not look like Gilda. Does that look like Gilda to you? I'm going to go with Gary Shandling. Yes, a stand-up comedian. Gary Shandling had two well-known works that he was known for, The Larry Sanders Show and It's Gary Shandling Show. He even had a successful stint on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. That I did not know, and I love Johnny Carson. I waste a lot of my life watching stuff that makes no difference. And I go back and I watch Johnny Carson. He is one of the funniest people. He was one of the funniest people alive. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing. And my fire went out. I'm going to close that. She was a secretary on Bob Newhart's show, Lucretia, Life of Lucretia. Okay, she was the secretary on Bob Newhart's show. Okay, I didn't. Are you saying she's your, okay. Am I completely missing it? Is she your real cousin? Sometimes I'm very concrete thinker. Might be Gary. Yes, might be Gary Shandling. So right here, my cousin Marsha Wallace was funny in her own right. So. Oh, okay. So, yes, your second cousin. Cool. That's so. Let's see, who was just on here a little earlier? Bernie. Fairy Dust was on, and her ex-husband had worked in the movie industry. And, people cross paths, and there's interesting things that happen. All right, so baby boomers. There was a little baby boomer comedy trivia. I hope that was okay and didn't bore you too badly. I want to go to my YouTube channel for a second. And I'm going to pull up. I am going to pull up a channel that I really like. Well, first of all, there is, it's shorts. I only look at the shorts from this particular channel, and I have to go to my library. Just a moment. History. And the channel is, I have to show you this little thing. I love this little, this is a little, here's the deal. I don't do trivia. I don't play trivia because my mind does not work like a trap any longer. It works like a sieve, okay? It's more like a sieve instead of a trap. I only met her once when I was around 5 at a family reunion. It can happen anywhere. People can have, there's lots of people in this world, and there's a connectedness. I found it's not unusual, anymore. All right, let me share. This is just a little something if you ever need to just smile. And you just need to smile. You need to find some way to get a smile on your face and inside your heart. This is the little thing. I'm going to share. I know you're going to think I'm crazy. Come on.
Puppy, the prairie dog.
Oops. Oh, no. Come back here.
Puppy, the prairie dog.
Oh, that's not good. I have to find a different one. This is too cute not to share with you guys. Okay, this guy and his wife, but he doesn't need a wife because he loves this little prairie dog. Let me get it. And he makes this little wahoo sound. Here we go.
Puppy. What a sweet girl. Puppy.
Is that just, it is so cute. And I don't like anything rodentish. I am anti-rodent. Okay. I don't, you know, we have friends in the community who like rodents. I'm not it. But don't tell them. I just don't like rodents. They scare me. And here we go again. Another little poppy.
Puppy.
Can you?
That was such a good
It lives in this house. And here's the kid. He looks like he's probably an attorney. I mean, he's either an attorney or a judge or something, but he's young, so he is not a judge. But you can just see how he loves this little prairie dog. Anyways, that is called Poppy the Prairie Dog. But that's not the one I meant to show you. I'm going to show you one that is actually on my list to share. I have to go back to my library. I have it categorized here. Videos, channels to share. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, here we go. New channels. New channels is actually what it's called. Come on, come on. I'm sorry. I have misplaced it. I think I could have. Well, I'm going to have to, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to deal with that. I can't find what I'm looking for. It is a, it's not a prepper channel. It is just a life living channel. This young woman is just a life living channel, and she's very, very funny, and she does a good job. So I guess we'll have to go with Poppy the Prairie Dog, and I will be more prepared. He looks kind of like a bunny too. Yes, Poppy is a very, I swear, I couldn't believe I love Prairie Dog Manor. Me too. Me too. All right. So under shorts, no, it's not under shorts. It's a full channel. So anyways, I want to thank you guys for showing up tonight and for hanging out, for playing the game. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. And Don't forget to hit the, don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way out. And I'm going to check one other thing that has to do, Naj. Well, hello, Naj. Oh, you know what? I'm late all the time, and you're not late. You're just here when you got here, and that's okay. Before I leave, there is something I can do. I can go to my channel analytics because I'm going to show you something. I have grown. The channel has grown. I am almost, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Share the screen. We are almost at 1,600 subscribers. 1,600. Now, that's very small for many people. I would almost say for most channels are probably much bigger than that. And it's grown slowly. But in the last, here's the cool thing, just in the last, let's just go back 90 days. 90 days ago, I was at 1,549. And I crept along here and crept along here. And it's just very steadily gone uphill. And I'm right there. I mean, 4 more people and I'm at 1,600. And that means I'm 400 away from 2,000. I cannot imagine, in my wildest dreams, I would never, ever, ever have imagined I would be doing this. No, not me. And yet here I am, and it's a slow burn. And sometimes it feels like, why am I slow burning? Why do this? Because there's so many people who blow up very easily. I cannot look in those terms. Okay, my son, for example, his new channel is called Laffy, Laffy, and it's exactly what it says. It's funny stuff. He's funny. It's shorts. He does all shorts. A few things that aren't shorts, but he's a shorts guy. He has 12,000 subscribers now in no time at all. I'm talking no time at all, and 1 million views. 1,000,007 or 1,000,008 views in this last month. So, I know that. I'm competing with myself. And so it's just, it's just me. It's totally just me. But you don't see it. What do you don't see, honey? Yeah, I like a trivia. I'm just not good at trivia. I just don't do trivia very well, but I still go when there's trivia and watch and listen, because I like to give support to other people. And that's usually when I'm in bed and you don't see Laffy. All right, well, I actually have Laffy is right here. YouTube. Okay, here we go. All right, so all right. I'm going to drop this in my I've got YouTube up but muted, so I'm going to drop his link. It is Laffy YouTube. Anyways, Laffy YouTube. Control copy. And he is so anyways, I don't compare myself to him at all because he's my kid and he's, he is very much a funny he does really well at things. Now I'm going to drop it here. So I'm just saying that there are times when I contemplate not continuing, but I enjoy you guys. And for me, that's what it's about. That's why I do it. Is I do it because I enjoy you guys. I would be really sad, I will tell you, if one day I just decided not to do this anymore, and then I would be sitting here, I'd be thinking about you guys, like, what's Vicky doing? What's Naj? What's Bernie doing? What's everybody doing? I now feel connected to so many of you, and so I keep plugging away. I keep trying. I keep moving forward. So a little bit at a time, and my recovery should remind me, one day at a time. It's just one day. That's all I got, and so that's good. I'm here. I'm happy to be here, and I'm super happy you guys were here. So you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and please do figure out what your passion is. If you don't know, if you do, great, wonderful. If you don't, figure it out. Nobody else going to do it for you. All right. Thanks for showing up. Now what do I do, Kaylee?